Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I got the travel size primer because I wasn't sure if this primer was going to work on my skin. I have very oily skin, so when I heard about this, I had to give it a try. This primer is for all types of skin types. The travel size primer is $5. The regular size is $10. These are the ingredients if you want to pause and read what it has inside. This is very easy to use. You just squeeze the bottle and the product comes out. This primer is a water-based primer, so it is very liquidy. As you can see, it's also translucent. There is no scent to this primer, which is really good because I have really sensitive skin. I will say this, a little does go a long way. That's why you see me only putting a little bit all around my face. Once I rubbed it all over my face, I automatically felt a difference. My skin felt smoother, and honestly it kind of did help my pores as well. With this makeup look I'm about to do, I didn't want to add anything else for my pores just because I really wanted to put this primer to the test. This is how my skin was looking like. I was really surprised. My face kind of felt tacky. That's how I knew it was dried. Per the directions, you have to wait 30 seconds before applying anything else. I just decided to do my eyebrows first and then apply my foundation. On this day, I went out with my sister and her family, so I was doing very minimal makeup. I heard that this e.l.f. primer was a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I believe that one is about $34. If it is a dupe, I'm going to be so surprised because I have heard so many good things about the Milk primers. Also, that's a steal too. I mean, $34 compared to $10, that's definitely a steal. This is how my face looks with the primer before adding my foundation. I didn't put as much foundation as I usually would. And this is how my skin looks with my foundation on. It looks really smooth, smoother than usual to be very honest. I usually use a Milani primer. I've been using that one for years and I haven't been using any other primer just because, like I said, my skin is very sensitive, and if I use something else, I start to break out. Surprisingly, this e.l.f. primer has not yet broke me out, and I'm hoping it won't break me out. I put on my concealer. I don't put it all over my face, just in specific spots like my under eyes and my chin, and still my skin was looking really smooth. Now it was time to put my baking powder all over my face. I usually put baking powder all over my face because, again, I have a very oily skin, and if I don't put it on, I'll look like a grease ball. Literally. I was really nervous just because I didn't want to look cakey, but no. This primer helped my skin look really good and smooth. I didn't see no pore, no nothing. Nada. That primer just blurred everything away. After this, I just sprayed on some Mario Badescu rose water and continued the rest of my makeup routine. Although I started to really like the primer, I didn't want to get my hopes up too high just because I did not want to get disappointed at the end. This primer went viral all over social media. I heard about this primer through a friend. She actually uses this one with another primer, and it always leaves her skin looking really good. I always come to her when it comes to makeup recommendations because she knows what's good and she knows what's not good. We also have the same skin type. This primer is something that she loves and adores. I almost dropped this hair oil. Oopsies, I used a hair oil because my hair was frizzier than usual, and this helps it calm it down. It took me about 15 minutes to do the rest of my makeup, and this is how my skin was looking like. It's still looking really good. On this day, it was about 93 degrees, so I was scared that my makeup was just gonna melt off. Here's my forehead. Now let's see how my skin does with this primer on throughout the day. 30 minutes later, my skin was still looking the same. However, 2 hours later, I could really tell that around my nose it started to get really cakey and oily. I'm usually really oily around my nose, my smile lines, and my chin. 3 hours later, I started to get really oily around my smile line and my chin. This morning, I had a little pimple on my chin, and it just grew throughout the day. 4 hours later, again, I just started getting more oily throughout the day. 5 hours later, at this point, my makeup was kind of coming off. I was blowing my nose a little too much. Keep in mind that I did not touch up my makeup throughout the day. I didn't even pat my skin with a napkin like I usually would to get rid of my oily skin. 6 hours later, this is how my skin was looking like at the end of the day. As you can see, it was still really oily around my nose. To be honest, this primer is not bad whatsoever. Although it kind of didn't help my oily spots, it made the rest of my skin look really good throughout the day. I just feel like I need to find another mattifying primer to help control my oily spots. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!